Hey guys, today I'm just giving you a quick little update on how I've been doing my brows. I've really transitioned from doing a more sculpted brow into something that while it's still thick and rich, it just looks a little bit softer and more wispy. I have a couple products that I found that really help me get a quick filled in brow, so I'm going to share those with you today and hopefully you learned something. If you'd like to see how I got these more natural feathery brows, then just keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with our brows. As you guys can see, I'm totally pretending like it's still summer. I don't know if you ever get towards the end of the summer and you either have clothes that you want to wear that you maybe didn't wear a lot, or makeup that you really didn't take advantage of. I've found some blushes and different products that I was like, oh, I never wore these this summer, so today I'm just pretending like it's the beginning of August and not towards the end of September. So first I'm going to go through with one of my new favorite products, and that is the Ardell Stroke Brow. So I know I've talked about this in a previous video, but this is really just a feathering pen. So if you've tried the Urban Decay pen, this is very similar. The brow blade from Urban Decay has the pencil on either side. So this is just a feathering pen without that, and this is in the shade Taupe. Now I'll insert a little swatch of the three shades that I have. That's the one thing that I will say about this is none of the shades are really what I would consider this Taupe shade is really more of I would personally think of it as a light neutral brown. So if you're thinking taupe and you're a blonde, I don't necessarily think that this would work for you. And I'm just, as you can see, I'm just taking these little feather-like strokes to add in a little bit of depth into my brow. I've really been enjoying a little bit more of a feathery brow just because I want it to look a little hairier. And I do have my brows microbladed, but when I had them done, I really just wanted it to look naturally filled in. So if I get up in the morning and I want to go to yoga, or I'm looking, to just still have a face, my natural brow, the density ends right here. So if I didn't have my brows microbladed, it would look like I have a brow to here and then nothing out to the sides. You'd think with all of the hair on my head that I would have been given a little bit bushier brow, but I was not. So even looking back at pictures of, let's say middle school when none of us groomed our brows, maybe even when we should, I did not have a lot of brow. I had it thick this way, but it wasn't dense. So, okay, we're gonna do the hair flip here to get a little bit of that out of our way. So again, just really light pressure and taking this product through. Now I love using this towards the center of my brow where I want it to be a little bit, I like them to kind of come down to an angle, and I don't want them to look completely blocked in. So I just like to sketch in a little bit. Oh, wonderful. It looks like I'm getting a little breakout in my eyebrows. Those are the worst, right? And in my microblading, I do have a little patch right here that just didn't take the pigment. So I always have to fill that in a little bit extra. But you can see that just adds, it just adds a little bit more. And I think that that's great, when you're just looking for that more natural feel. This would also be nice if you have a more sparse brow and you find that no matter what you fill it in with, it just looks kind of blocky and unnatural. So I just do a few hairs with that. Then I'm going to go through with Benefit's Gimme Brow, and this is the shade 4. I also have 4.5, which is a little bit, I think it's a little deeper and cooler. This is a little warmer, and I like that because especially towards the center, the middle of my eyebrow, the microblading is a little bit cooler toned. So if I want it to look, it's not I didn't want it to be warm because that's not natural, but I also don't want it to look too gray and ashy, like an old tattoo, if you guys know what I mean. If you've ever seen an old black tattoo that has kind of gone dingy, that's what I'm not looking for. So I just want to get a little bit of natural warmth. And this just kind of evening out the arch of my eyebrows. And I do like that this has those like fibers in it, so you can get a little bit more of a hairy look. And I like that just the little, like the little brush almost puts brow strokes in as well. So it's just a way to get, like, I'm going for more of like a not bushy eyebrow, but a little bit fuller without it looking too like carved out. I think a carved out eyebrow can look really pretty too, but I've just sort of moved away from that most of the time. So you can see that this just gives that really like soft, natural effect for still being a really like filled in eyebrow, right? So if you guys can see, that just really gives it a very filled in look. Like you can definitely tell that they're enhanced, but it still is more natural than just like having a really carved out brow. I was the queen of Anastasia dip brow for a while, and I just wanted to start using something a little bit softer, especially if you're doing a bit more of a natural makeup look. Now we're going to go through with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. So this has very quickly become my favorite brow gel because it is really strong hold, so you don't need a lot. And I just like to brush my brow hairs up because I am going for more of that like wispy look. And then I just kind of like sweep over the top and like knock the hairs down a little bit. So again, brushing them up. Now what I'll do is if I need to, I'll go back through with that brow pen and just add a couple more strokes where they're needed. So like right underneath here, I feel like I need a little bit more density. So most days that really takes me about, I would say 5 minutes. So I'm more than willing to spend 5 minutes to enhance my brows. On days where I'm just looking to kind of get out the door quick, I'll just use the Gimme Brow because that's really going to give me a little bit of hold and a little bit of tip. I just wanted to give you a little updated brow routine because I find that I'm really just looking for that little bit softer, wispier effect. So maybe you found this helpful and maybe you're going to try out one of these products that I've really been liking. Thanks for sticking around today. I hope you guys are having a great week and I'll see you really soon.